Once Humans' new Visional wheel content has arrived, and it's gravity themed. This is a full guide to all of the content you'll be able to experience. If the server you're playing on is already a Visional Wheel server, the Lunar Oracle version has now ended and will be automatically replaced with Gravity Inversion. From 9 AM to 9 PM game time, the world's gravity will shift, changing the entire map and adding floating debris throughout the sky. Your character and vehicle gravity will be drastically lowered, allowing you to have massively enhanced jump height and slower falling speeds. I highly recommend Stardust energy drinks, as double jump is amazing with lowered gravity, and I also really like the Aeroleap whim to dash around in the sky. Along with all the floating debris, you will find airlifts that launch you upward, rings that will launch you forward, and invisible platforms that when shot will temporarily solidify and make a platform for you to stand on. When airborne, you will also get this really cool downward attack with your melee weapon. You can press the button to immediately launch it, or hold the button to suspend midair and aim the attack. The special attack that you do is based on the weapon category of your melee weapon. Swords perform a spinning slash attack, clubs do a one-handed slam attack, heavy weapons do an overhead smash attack, and knives are thrown to the location and then you teleport to it. Knives are not currently craftable, but they can be found in low-level weapon crates as combat knives, broken bottles, etc. But if you don't want to seek those out, you can also unequip your melee weapon. The empty melee slot uses that unique knife that was stuck inside you at the very beginning of the game. The primary gameplay loop of Gravity Inversion is to use all of this additional aerial maneuverability to collect unique items from settlements. You will encounter gravity-influenced enemies of various types, including deviants, vultures, and even some Rosetta soldiers. When defeated, you can get gravity crystals, unique furs, and various other items. These enemies are usually guarding different tiers of unstable aggregates. From lowest to highest rarity, they are blue, yellow, and then red. They have set locations in settlements, but the rarity seems to be randomized when they spawn, so you'll want to explore and check each one. When you grab these out of the sky, they contain Stardust Advent mod boxes, with higher tiers giving better rarity mods. These mods are for the feet and leg slots, and they have the Downstar suffix. Downstar randomly rolls damage increases to either weapon, crit, weak spot, status, or elemental damages. These damage bonuses increase against enemies that are lower than you, encouraging you to use the gravity to your advantage and jump around in combat. The enemies will also be guarding loot crates generally found on top of roofs and other high places. These contain unique items, recipes, formulas, animals, and deviations. For new items, you have Floating Aerogel, a tactical item that creates a temporary platform beneath your character. The Gravity Tuner, used to forcibly turn off the low gravity mechanic, and you can use another one to turn it back on. Gravity Neutralizer gives you the ability to hover midair by holding the jump button or by aiming over the shoulder or down sight. The Gravity Absorber increases your horizontal glide speed by a large amount and recovers stamina when interacting with gravity mechanics, and this thing makes you fly around really fast, so highly recommended. For new foods and recipes you can find, we have the Fluffy Sweet, a food effect that increases gliding speed and stamina cost, Starry Bubble Tea, which is a drink effect that gives you max HP shielding per second when gliding and out of combat. The Layered Galaxy, a food effect that grants elemental damage when airborne, and the Starry Pudding, which is a food effect that gives you damage reduction when you're airborne. There are 4 Starfall animals and their respective skins to use in crafting armor, such as the new Gravity Tide armor set that has many jump and airborne themed buffs, and you can pick this up at the Wish Machine. We have 6 new deviation variants to collect, each with a unique gravity themed passive. To go with all of these rewards, you also have a special event where you collect crystals with a weekly limit. These will go towards a total progress to receive cosmetics while this Visional Wheel is out. Because of the limit, you'll need to play at least a little bit for a few weeks to get all of the rewards. And last but definitely not least, you are able to learn floating foundations to be able to build your territory in the sky. To get the ceiling tile set, you have to open the rooftop loot crates and there's a low chance to get the formula. With these anti-gravity pieces, this should allow for some really interesting designs from the community. Maybe I'll even get around to making like a castle in the sky or something. So that's everything for the Visional Wheel Season 1 Starfall Inversion. If I missed anything, make sure to let everyone know in the comments. YouTube is going to recommend you a video on the left, and my entire guides playlist will be on the right.